We've taken control!
Your assault package
Using
is
scout
destroyed.
pulse.
Scout pod standing by.
Hello, everyone, and a Happy New Year for this year of 2025. Today's topic is: are gaming companies no longer creative? Gamers have fond memories of their favorite games, with hundreds of hours and a whole lot of fun put into them. In the gaming industry, every pixel, every line of code, and every frame, as well as every dialogue, matters. Whether it's getting your BMW M3 GTR back, taking a ride through Paradise City, or even the betrayal of General Shepard or maybe Lance Vance from GTA Vice City, those were the defining moments in the history of gaming we're all too familiar with. As every gamer has been noticing for a while, there's been sort of a downward trend in creativity, so that leaves us with the burning question: are gaming companies no longer as creative as they used to be? Let's face it, how many reskinned battle royales or FPS games with generic battle pass grinds can we endure before we figured this all out that the gaming industry is not quite what it used to be? Hey, make no mistake, we have many excellent, unforgettable games like Cyberpunk 2077, Space Marines 2, Hi-Fi Rush, and my game of the year for 2024, Shin Megami Tensei 5 Vengeance. Still, those who have experienced the PS2, Xbox, and Sega Dreamcast era saw outstanding titles such as Midnight Club, Max Payne, Driver, Beyond Good and Evil, Shadow Hearts? Who can even forget? The list goes on. If you really knew where to look for a textbook experience, Metal Gear would make the most of the limited resources of older consoles, such as foes that could track your footprints, a flying psycho who could read our controller inputs and tell us what games we were playing. Oh, and the ancient sniper who's so old he probably knew Burger King back when he was Burger Prince? Yeah, that's a classic which is unbeatable. Yeah, that was a horrible joke. But anyway, there was a time where we had multiple Grand Theft Auto games for one console. Now, we've got several consoles for the same freaking Grand Theft Auto game that's gone incredibly stale now to a point it no longer excites me like the way it used to. Of course, L.A. Noire, Bully, and Beyond Good and Evil were one-hit wonders. However, I don't think we'll also be getting a new Midnight Club game anytime soon, or Ridge Racer for that matter. Back then, games didn't just test your skills, they challenged every bit of your patience and problem-solving abilities. They didn't hold your hand or flash glowing markers to exactly show you where the secret areas were. If you got stuck, well, you had to figure it out. Crack open either a cheat code sheet or dive deep into the walkthrough after hours of frustration. On the other hand, certain games like Spec Ops The Line and Far Cry made gamers realize that perhaps the monster was them all along. An insufferable, irredeemable monster at that. Games possessed an identity. Each title tried to be unique and stand out from the crowd instead of copying the latest trend. Developers poured their hearts, minds, and souls into delivering a complete experience at launch. No bugs left for day one patches, no crucial elements saved for future DLC stunts. Even expansions were brimming with content. They felt like a love letter to fans, not another lousy cash grab. The expansions actually expanded the gameplay experience. Now those same rewards we used to put in hours for are now locked behind paywalls. Creativity has pretty much been replaced by monetization. Free to play now feels more like pay to enjoy. The industry has shifted, but are gamers truly better off? Oh look, your favorite mobile games now have a game in between the ads. Looking at you, Asphalt! Yeah, thanks to the wonders of technology, now we have games without any gameplay. We could seriously use another Ridge Racer or Darkstalkers or maybe even a rival schools game. The issue here isn't just about chasing profits, it's that soul-crushing factory-like mindset that turns games into simple products instead of experiences. Games that were crafted by passionate creators who loved gaming. Every level, every mechanic felt like it had some love put into it. Now, many games feel like they're built to hit sales targets and rake in those microtransaction earnings, not just to bring joy. The result? Beautiful graphics and complex gameplay elements with worlds that still sort of feel empty. When was the last time a big studio truly surprised us? Instead of creating something bold and fresh, they stick to tried and true formulas because it's the safe bet. Of course, games like Red Dead Redemption and Cyberpunk 2077, after the upgrade especially, they're exceptions rather than the rule. These guys just won't stop rebooting Modern Warfare, and we are on the 6th installment of Black Ops when it was rumored that the third game would be the last one in the line. Gaming companies need to remember that players just don't want another game to pass the time, they want an experience, something worth sinking hours upon hours into. There used to be a time when Ubisoft, Blizzard, and Electronic Arts had their names carved in gold, and they were celebrated as beloved names in the gaming industry. Now, it's been long since they've fallen from grace, and their legend is whispered with contempt in gaming forums and subreddits alike. Anybody remember the Diablo mobile game fiasco? Yeah, it's so bad that I just try not to remember it unless I want to either make myself laugh or cringe, or a little bit of both actually. Oh, and the cherry on top? Yeah, how could we ever forget that? They were shocked to find out they gave a mobile game to the Diablo fans. Diablo, being a PC game, only demanded the highest level of respect and capabilities from its developers. But instead they say, "Do you guys not have phones?" Wow, way to lose your fans in one sitting, huh, Blizzard? With a disaster like that, Blizzard just didn't fumble the ball. They dropped it big time and fumbled the whole match in the process. That was like a tight slap in the face of fans who deserved so much better. Blizzard really did mean to give their fans the cold shoulder, alright. Moving on, the Overwatch 2 flop is seriously in a league of its own. That game massively underdelivered, did little to add to the experience, and what's totally diabolical? Oh yeah, they bricked the copies of the first Overwatch game, so you had to just go for Overwatch 2 whether you liked it or not. They truly did put an end to this game's sad story in a way that would make Reaper proud. But this is not how it should have ended. Again, the gaming industry has no reason to be lacking. With reduced overheads thanks to digital distribution and record-breaking profits, it's time to step up and deliver what the gamers actually want. Games that entertain, surprise, and amaze us for years. Revive those classic IPs we grew up with like, I don't know, Twisted Metal. Take risks and launch brand new ones that impress the gamers. Need proof it works? Just look at masterpieces like Nier Automata and the Doom reboot. These weren't just games, they were classics that belong in the Gaming Hall of Fame. We don't just want entertainment, we want experiences that we will remember for a lifetime. The kind that set the bar for an entire industry. With today's mind-blowing technology, there couldn't be a better time to pick up the pace. Developers have the tools, the funding, and the audience to dive into the greatness. So what's the holdup? After all, a business that doesn't take risks isn't leading, it's just surviving. A company should do better than survival, it should innovate so that gamers can game their games. Easy, no?
Young man,